경배 바로 let us recite the family pledge. Number 1, our family, the honor of Channel Group, pledges to seek a regional homeland and build the kingdom of God on earth and in heaven, the original ideal of creation, by centering on true love. 2, our family, the honor of Channel Group, pledges to represent and become central to heaven and earth by attending the Heavenly Parent and True Parents. We pledge to perfect the beautiful family way of filial sons and daughters in our family, patriots in our nation, saints in the world, divine sons and daughters in heaven and on earth, by centering on true love. 3, our family, the honor of Channel Group, pledges to perfect the 4 great realms of heart, the 3 great kingships in the realm of the royal family, by centering on true love. 4, our family, the honor of Channel Group, pledges to build the universal family encompassing heaven and earth, which is the Heavenly Parent's ideal of creation, and perfect the world of freedom, peace, unity, and happiness by centering on true love. 5, our family, the honor of Channel Group, pledges to strive every day to advance the unification of the spirit world and the physical world as subject and object partners by centering on true love. 6, our family, the honor of Channel Group, pledges to become a family that moves heavenly fortune by embodying the Heavenly Parent and True Parents, and to perfect a family that conveys heaven's blessing to our community by centering on true love. 7, our family, the honor of Channel Group, pledges through living for the sake of others to perfect the world based on the culture of heart, which is rooted in the original lineage by centering on true love. 8, our family, the honor of Channel Group, pledges having entered the era of Channel Group to achieve the ideal of God and human beings united in love through absolute faith, absolute love, and absolute obedience, and to perfect the realm of liberation and complete freedom in the kingdom of God on earth and in heaven by centering on true love.
Good morning, everyone, brothers and sisters, leaders from all over the Philippines. Good morning, and welcome to our morning devotion. To invite out the presence of our Heavenly Parent and True Parents, let us begin with an opening prayer. And may I request the city leader of Pasay, um, Sir Julius Escleto, for our opening prayer.
Morning, everyone. Please join me in prayer. Our loving Heavenly Parent and our victorious true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind, good morning. We are so grateful for this new day, this new life, as another extension of our life. And we are so grateful for this opportunity that we could gather together as one family centering on our true parents for this online morning devotion. As well as we are so grateful for our national leader, Reverend Leo Angelo Halo, for initiating this morning devotion as our source of life elements and daily internal guidance. It is really very important for us to consistently study your words because there are many things that we are not aware of. But by studying and listening to your words, we receive inspirations, realizations that deepens our understanding on it, as well as we understand more your heart, the heart of our true parents. And in that also that we develop internally our also perspective in life as well as in our lifestyle. And also we get our strength in this from this on how we could overcome trials and difficulties that we may encounter in our life of faith, especially in fulfilling our portion of responsibilities. We are so fortunate that we live in this era of our true parents because only them could really bring about transformation, transformation in us from this fallen state into that original sinless state, as well as transformation from this world that we have now into the substantial kingdom of heaven, the Chunilgu. And we have to really understand the importance of fulfilling our part, especially this time that we are in the age, this golden age, in the era of Chunilgu, that everything has been laid because of the foundation, victorious foundations of our true parents. And we have to really strive hard to fulfill the wish of True Mother, unite with the vision of True Mother to bring everyone, you all humankind, to become Chunilguk citizens. And we can hasten that by fulfilling our portion of responsibilities. Please continuously guide and protect our True Mother, our elders, leaders, and brothers and sisters, and may we could really always make a good condition for you to work with us. Please be with us from beginning to end of this morning devotion, and please use our national leader as your instrument to convey whatever inspirations that you have to give to all of us. And we have to always reflect of our day, especially for at least another day that you have showered to us, and how we could really bring success in bringing success in fulfilling our portion of responsibilities. Thank you once again for this day and for this new opportunity for us to practice your words. I'd like to offer this with gratefulness and with humility. My name and my wife's name, Julius and Tammy Escleto Central Blessed Family. Aju.
Jew. Thank you so much, Sir Julius, for that heartfelt and deep prayer. Let us now offer our unison prayer. All right. Good morning once again, brothers and sisters. Allow me to introduce first myself, by the way. My name is Harwin Kalinawan, and yeah, I'm a driver here in HQ. So I will be your MC for this morning. And yeah, kindly say good morning to the person on your right side. Say good morning and have a great day. Kanya, people on your, pag wala yung sa likod nyo, ganun. Kasi sa Cebu Center, yun, sa likod nila. Okay, yes. Good morning and have a great day. So, let us enlighten more our morning devotion. Let us begin, let us have our Honda reading. And may I request our um, UPTA also lecturer. She's actually new member, I think 1 year pa lang, but she's giving lecture already. She is a certified public accountant by profession and currently now working in a multi-energy company. So none other than for our conduct reading, let us welcome brothers and sisters, Miss Maria Irene Parzan.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Heavenly Parents and True Parents, and to all our leaders, brothers and sisters. Let us read Mother of Peace, a memoir by Hak Jahan Moon. Chapter 10, The Challenge of Realizing a Heavenly World. Our final 2016 rally took place in Washington, D.C. The choice of venue for this IAPP conference, which was the culmination of all previous efforts, was very important. In the end, member of the United States Senate offered the Kennedy Caucus Room, one of the Senate's most prestigious historic room, as the event location. I was told by the Senate sponsors there are many rooms available for the launching ceremony. However, in view of this meeting's importance to us, we will prepare the Kennedy Caucus Room. Chapter 11, The Restoration of Canaan in Heaven and on Earth. The land of death is the land of life, and the land of life is the heavenly land. I was pushing beyond my limits to fulfill the promise I had made to Heavenly Parent, through Father and our global membership, to restore 7 heavenly nations by our Foundation Day events in February 2020. The work of the 7 years since True Father's ascension now was coming to its climax. To accomplish this, I dedicated a 40-day course from mid-November to the year's end as a course to restore Canaan in heaven and on earth. In various parts of the world, there are people who know me as the mother of humankind, the mother of peace, the universal mother. Hence, despite tremendous challenges, my resolve for the sake of our heavenly parent, heaven's providence, and all humanity is steadfast. It is rooted in the pledge I made as I bowed my head before True Father's holy body. I will establish Chonilguk on earth. The 40-day course began in Cambodia. On November 19, 2019, at a personal invitation of Prime Minister Hun Sen, which I gladly accepted, I flew into Phnom Penh. The Asia-Pacific Summit was the first event that the government of Cambodia had ever co-hosted with a non-governmental organization. It was held in Phnom Penh at his office, which is known as the Peace Palace. At a reception prior to the summit's opening, he gathered the participating world leaders. The Prime Minister spoke about the importance of the Asia-Pacific Summit, the necessity for harmony and cooperation among Asian nations, and the efforts he made to help develop Cambodia. I then spoke about the significance of this event. The purpose of this summit, I said, is to share that God the Creator, from whom we have been separated due to the human fall, is humanity's heavenly parent. Our future is full of hope since we are holding the Asia Pacific Summit under God's guidance. The participants expressed their support for the goals of the summit and applauded the Cambodian government's groundbreaking initiative and cooperation with UPF. Prime Minister Han also voiced support for my Asia Pacific Union initiative as a path of cooperation that would lead to peace in Asia. Following our meeting, he escorted me into the main auditorium and the Asia Pacific Summit began. More than 800 representatives from 46 nations, including several heads of states, were present. I spoke to them about our role in helping bring heaven's providence to fruition and about the coming era of the Pacific civilization, the final point of settlement in heaven's providence. I stated that the Pacific civilization will be one of true love characterized by attendance to God as heavenly parent. In the presence of several and current former heads of state ambassadors, His Excellency expressed support for the vision of regional peace anchored in the Asia-Pacific Union initiative I had proposed. The picture is November 19, 2019, the Asia-Pacific Summit Opening Plenary, Phnom Penh Peace Palace, Cambodia. Jesus said that the first shall be the last and the last shall be the first. This sentiment could be felt as these delegates, though far from Jesus' homeland, signed the Phnom Penh Declaration and expressed active support for the vision of an Asia-Pacific Union. So much was accomplished for the providence, it seemed as if thousand years had condensed into that one day. I felt that Heavenly Parent and True Father must have been very pleased with the outcome of the summit. The next day, we convened the Youth and Family Festival for Nation Building and Peace at the prestigious Kopik Theater in Phnom Penh. More than 4,000 participants attended, including heads of state from around the world, as well as Deputy Prime Minister Bin Chin, Chief Secretary Yim Nolia of the Ministry of Home Affairs, and numerous government officials. As I officiated the blessing ceremony held as the culminating event of the Youth and Family Festival, I blessed the nation as Heavenly Cambodia, a nation where our Heavenly Parent can dwell. In preparation for this historic event, I offered the heartfelt prayer and devotion for the sake of Cambodia. Between 1975 and 1979, the blood of many innocent people was shed because of a wrong ideology. Some 2 million people were starved and slaughtered because of communism. Today, nearly 40 years later, Heavenly Parents sent the only begotten daughter and mother of peace to Cambodia to bless this land as heavenly nation. Heaven's providence has multiple dimensions. From the human perspective, my visit to Cambodia may have been a visit to a nation to host an event. However, Heaven's providence is not so one-dimensional. I had to liberate both the souls of the victims who had been unjustly killed and the souls of the young people whom the government had forced to commit murder and treat their fellow human beings with terrible cruelty. Adju.
Ju, thank you so much for that wonderful reading, Miss Maria Irene Parzan. Let's give a big round of applause po kay Miss Irene. Reading through Mother's precious words really inspires us and motivate us to do more in our mission. Kasi even now, even Mother is still is old right now, but still going to different countries and spread the word of our Heavenly Parent. So we should do the same. And let us proceed now to our 10 points of gratitude. It is always wonderful if our day starts with gratitude, right? And you? Are you grateful right now? Parang ang lungkot ng mga mukha. Alright, so um, to give her 10 points of gratitude, it is my privilege to welcome her. She's a doctor by profession, medical doctor, and the president of AMMS, and also academician, because she is teaching right now in San Beda University, College of Medicine. None other than, let's welcome, big round of applause, Dr. Reginette Veloria. Welcome, Doc. Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Heavenly Parents, true parents of heaven and earth and humankind, leaders and elders, and UPPA. So these are my 10 points of gratitude. First and foremost, thank you for waking up for today, this morning, for another chance to do good and improve myself. 2, thank you for the chance of having stable job in spite of pandemic. 3, thank you for being a teacher to impart as an part of academe and UPTA, so I can impart the teachings of divine principle to my students and fellow faculties. Fourth, as a frontliner, taking care of patients with or without COVID, we, together with my daughter, managed to be healthy and not to incur the infection. Fifth, thank you for this time or era that I have known Heavenly Parents, Central Parents, and the teachings of the divine principle to improve our life, and it did serve as our way of life of embodying the teachings of true parents. 6, thank you for the movement that answered my longings on how to extend my love to my parents who pass on by spiritual liberations and blessings, and now they are with us. 7, thank you for my biological mom, the way she brought me up, and it's what I did to my only child with the guidance of true parents' divine principle teachings. And 8, thank you for the movement, Family Federation for World Peace and Unification, Heavenly Parents, Holy Community, Blessing and Matching Program for which my daughter have joined. 9, thank you for the opportunity of this time in our morning devotion to express my gratitudes. And lastly, thank you, Heavenly Parents, true parents, elders and leaders, AMMS and UPTA, for the trust and chance to improve my inner self. Good morning, everybody.
Thank you so much, Doc Veloria. Yes. By the way, Doc Veloria is giving now a Divine Principle lecture. She was with us for already a couple of years of the in the Universal Principle Training Academy, studying the Divine Principle, and now she's very thankful kasi it's really amazing kasi nagbibigay siya ng lecture. She's a doctor, right? Medical doctor, and she's giving spiritual guidance, both medical guidance and spiritual guidance to the audience. How I wish I could do that at the same time. Thank you so much, Doc. Really amazing. Thank you so much for coming. Let's give a big round of applause once again to Doc Veloria. Yes. And to energize us more here. Ayun, para ma-energize po tayo, let us hear a wonderful song rendered to us one of our blessed family and entitled Panunumpa and sung by, of course here, sung by um, Mrs. Elsie Providencia. Welcome, Elsie.
I want to dedicate this song to our children. Ikaw lamang ang pangakong mahalin. Sa sumpang sa'yo magpakailan pa man, yakapin mo bawat sandali ang buhay ko. Sumpang sa'yo lamang alay at mapapawi ang takot sa'kin. Pangako walang hanggan. Ikaw lamang ang pangakong susundin sa takbo, sakdal, liwanagan ang daan, yakapin mo bawat sandali ang buhay ko. Sumpang sa'yo lamang alay at mapapawi ang takot sa'kin. Pagkataglay, lakas mong angkin. Ikaw ang siyang pag-ibig ko. Asahan mo ang katapatan ko. Kahit ang puso ko'y nalulumbay, mananatili ikaw pa rin. Ikaw lamang ang pangakong mahalin. Sa sumpang sa'yo magpakailan pa man, yakapin mo bawat sandali ang buhay ko. Sumpang sa'yo lamang alay at mapapawi ang takot sa'kin. Pangako walang hanggan at mapapawi ang takot sa'kin. Pagkataglay, lakas mong angkin.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Elsie Providencia. Let's give a big round of applause for Ma'am Elsie. Yes, thank you so much, ma'am. Ang galing mag-vibrato ni Ma'am. Di ko alam paano yun eh. Kumakanta lang ako, pero di ako marunong mag Okay, so, huwag niyo ko pakantahin, okay? So, next time na lang. Alright, so, are you guys ready? We will be receiving our guidance for this morning, for the whole day, maybe for a whole year, that it could inspire us. I think so for a whole life as well. And so if you are ready, please click thumbs up, ganon, or kung wala kayong just wave, ganon. Just wave if you're ready. Kung paano nakikita. Ba't isa lang? How about the others? How about the centers? Are you ready, guys? To receive an inspiration for this morning? Yes, okay. Alright. How about the NLTP? Alright. Okay. Yes. Alright, so let us now receive our guidance for this morning. And I know you are also waiting for him to give his guidance as well. Without further ado, the father of this country and our central figure who is really hardworking. We could see a lot. So, let's now give a big round of applause to Dr. Reverend Leo Angelo T. Hanab. Welcome to sir.
Thank you very much, Brother Joey. Thank you. I would like to greet our Heavenly Parents and True Parents. Good morning, Heavenly Parents and True Parents. To all our beloved leaders, Chambu families, Central families, and brothers and sisters, magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Thank you so much for joining again our morning devotion. I would like to express my gratitude to our UPTA, the Education Department. Actually, Brother Herwin is assisting our Kuya Ariel in the Education Department and also in UPTA. I'm happy to meet our really educators of Divine Principle. Thank you so much to that beautiful song, Ati Elsie, and also thank you to Dr. Viloria sharing to us her 10 points of gratitude. Really, it's amazing that a medical doctor is teaching now Divine Principle. And actually, every time I have some health situations with my children, always I call her. I always ask advice. And it's really important to have a doctor in our community. She shared to me her dream that she's dreaming to have a medical school, Dr. Gloria. I hope we can have a lot of members later on that are doctors, if we can have our own hospital in the future, so that we can take care of our blessed families very well when they're sick, our brothers and sisters. And I think if we have a vision, if we have a dream, it can be realized. So, and I thank you so much to Dr. Viloria. From time to time, I'm calling her if there are situations. So, and she always answers very quickly. So, thank you so much for. Today, I would like to continue what I was sharing yesterday. Still in True Mother's book, True Mother Hakjahan Moon, and Anthology 1, Global Unity through True Parents. So we're going to continue yesterday's topic, task to fulfill for the secure settlement of channel group. Let's begin. True Mother said, accomplishing Vision 2020 is our first step. So accomplishing Vision 2020 is our first step. I understand that all of you who have come here are doing your best on the front line. It is true that my heart becomes increasingly serious with each passing day as we still have many responsibilities to achieve. So even in True Mother's autobiography today, she was mentioning about Vision 2020. Already it passed 2 years ago, already 2022. So Mother said that accomplishing that Vision 2020 is just our first step. True Mother have worked very hard, right? Offering 7 nations and 7 denominations. True Mother was talking about Heavenly Cambodia, right? So this belongs to the 7 nation, Cambodia, where the Prime Minister really invited directly our True Mother and then co-hosted the event in Cambodia at that time, and then even used the Peace Palace. Can you imagine the center place in that nation where the Prime Minister is residing? All our activities were carried out there actually. Especially the summit, the conferences in the Peace Palace. Really, can you imagine Cambodia has Peace Palace? This is where the Prime Minister is, residing, and the office of the Prime Minister, and then we carried out all our events in that area. So this became very historical part of the fulfillment of Vision 2020. But Mother said this is just the first step. So it doesn't stop there, right? That's why through Mother, after 2020, in 2020, she immediately launched the Vision 2027 and started the second 7-year course, because this is just the beginning. This is just the first step. True Mother said, you are in a position where each one of you can become beautiful gems. So can you guarantee that you will remain in good health for over 100 years? Your lives at this very moment are poised to become the life elements and the treasure of the spiritual world throughout the eternal future, and to give you special qualifications and authority in front of heaven and earth for having lived in the same age as true parents. You are in a position where each one of you can become beautiful, beautiful gems. So Mother is telling us today, and reminding us that our health is very important, and we cannot always remain healthy. For 100 years you cannot remain healthy. Sometimes we get sick, right? So especially Mother is emphasizing actually here that especially while we are healthy, we have to work hard and do our best. We are in the position where each one of us can become beautiful gems. That's why now we wake up this morning, we are grateful, we are healthy, we can do something to contribute and support the work of True Mother in realizing a heavenly unified world and really making our nation a heavenly nation that can really make Heavenly Parent and True Parents proud of. Aju, so Mother said you cannot guarantee that you will remain in good health for over 100 years. So that's why while we are healthy, in this the peak of our lives, that we are strong, we have to really fulfill our responsibility. Your lives at this very moment are poised to become the life elements and the treasure of the spiritual world throughout the eternal future, and to give you special qualifications and authority in front of heaven and earth for having lived in the same age as true parents. So we have all, the opportunity, and then the lack, making our life really very, great and fruitful, and really can have the qualification Mother said and authority in front of heaven and earth, living together with true parents in this age. So it's really up to us how we make our life fruitful, right? How can we accomplish things in accordance to the expectation of true parents? Yesterday Mother was emphasizing, right? So many people, they thought they are accomplished people, but if it's not connected to true parents, like, it has no meaning. So we have to make sure that our accomplishments is in line, in accordance to Heavenly Parents' wish and desire, right? So we have all the opportunity that can be, we can be remembered in the future, and we can really, have this treasure even up to the spiritual world. So Mother said you are in a position where each one of you can become beautiful gems. When we go to the spiritual world, how much we live our life then can be seen when we go to the spiritual world, right? Sometimes while we are alive, sometimes we cannot see yet. But when we go to the spiritual world, when we pass away, and then especially when we do our songwa, people will going to know how much we live our life, right? That's more later. People can honor you, start to honor you more, and be proud of you. Of course, while we are alive, is still very important. But most importantly, when we pass on, what kind of things we will going to left behind. Aju, that's why that's very important. When someone pass away to the spiritual world, we could see and witness songwa ceremony, right? Nakita natin, and then we were really moved of some of our elders, really how much they have lived their life. So these accomplishments will be remembered for eternity. Aju, that's why now while we are alive, while we are strong, while we are healthy, we have all the opportunity. Aju, and really make really our life as really like a diamond, like gold, that has eternal value. right? Really, true parents have given us, heavenly parents have given us this great chance, this great opportunity. So we shouldn't miss this opportunity in our life. True Mother said, if we think about true parents and God's will, we will absolutely want to do our best. It is much easier to talk about taking a central responsibility than to actually succeed in that responsibility. Let us say you are in charge of a small church or regional church headquarters. Can you stick to your responsibilities? If we think about true parents and God's will, we will absolutely want to do our best. You must lead a life in which you invest your maximum effort with a life or that with a live or die determination every single day. You must promise that by 2020, you will make Korea into God's homeland, which stands firm in the world centered on true parents. Yeah, so Mother said sometimes it's easier to say, having this central responsibility, but to actually succeed in this responsibility is not easy. So it's easier to just, say something, but to really carry it out, we know it's not easy, right? You need a lot of sacrifice and effort to accomplish something, especially our responsibility. That's why the responsibility that was given to us, it will not just happen or just accomplish without really putting, a lot of effort and having life and death determination. That's why Mother is saying we need to have life and death determination. Without having this kind of determination, we cannot accomplish our responsibility. That's why you have to let rely everything or just like offer everything to heavenly parent and true parents. So heavenly parent and true parents, I will do my very best. You just ikaw na ang bahala, sabi natin. So once we have to reach this point in our life and really put everything that we can and have the life and death determination. This is the only way to accomplish our responsibilities. Right? So Mother is saying here that if we think about true parents and God's will, we will absolutely want to do our best. Actually, although there are difficulties and challenges in our life of faith in carrying out our responsibility, but the reality when we think about heavenly parent, when we think about God's will, actually our desire is to really, we wanted to really do our best. This is our desire. But to really substantially do it, this is the challenge. This is where the challenge come in. How to substantialize our, our determination, our desire of accomplishing something. How to put this into action. Yesterday, two mothers talking about, we need to testify about true parents 24 hours. We need to, witness. We need to live with true parents every day. So really, and then some reflections yesterday, it was really, hearing from a second generation, how to really, be with true parents 24 hours, how to, witness, do our mission 24 hours living with them. It's actually how we live our life every day, right? How we practice true parents teaching, right? So in our everyday life, every moment, every second, every minute, that's why in 24 hours, how can we do it? By trying our best to live in accordance to heavenly parents, desire, practicing their words in our everyday life. This is how to live with them like 24 hours a day, right? So that's why really Mother is telling us, that actually when we think about true parents, think about heavenly parent and God's will, this is actually our desire, but the challenge is how to really practice this in our everyday life. Without having life and death determination, then we cannot fulfill, we cannot, put this into practice. Ju? So Mother actually, before 2020, telling us, you have to promise to fulfill everything by 2020, make Korea God's homeland. But really, we couldn't really make that substantially. That's why True Mother now is really working, how to make really Korea. That's why True Mother now is really working so hard, especially this year, 2022, bringing about both the North and South Korea and really preparing everything for 2023, right? For the opening of Chonwon-gum, where Heavenly Parent can have his, dwelling, where he will be, dealing with both the physical and spiritual world. The Tongil Sangtom, right? Really, True Mother is really doing everything to prepare. That's why Korea needs to become God's homeland. They need to be united, and all people of Korea needs to attend Heavenly Parent and attend True Parents. Aju, True Parents should become the center. So this is what Mother is telling us. So Mother said, Heavenly Parents' hope and our hope will be realized. All blessed families in the world must fulfill their responsibility by 2020 without fail in order to substantially realize the long-awaited dream of the Heavenly Parent and the true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind. When Channel Guk is firmly established on this earth and this entire planet is filled with citizens of Channel Guk through your efforts, the dream of humanity as one family centered on the Heavenly Parent, which is God's hope as well as ours, will be realized. So imagine already before 2020, True Mother's wish and desire is for all blessed families to really fulfill their responsibility, and especially really becoming Heavenly Tribal Messiah victors, become Chonbo families, right? So this is True Mother's desire. But, we couldn't really fulfill that all blessed families can become, the expectation of true parents, because only through fulfilling our responsibility that Mother said, the long-awaited dream of Heavenly Parent and true parents of heaven, earth, and all of humankind can be substantially realized. That's why really fulfilling our responsibility, this is truly fulfilling the will of God, fulfilling heaven's will, true parents' will. That's why we have to fulfill, our responsibility. So already 2020 had passed, but anyway, Mother said that's the first step. Now, 2027 again, Vision 2027. So we have to fulfill our responsibility. Until 2027, we cannot expect anymore. Maybe there's another, Vision 2034. We cannot expect anymore. True Mother will be, in 2027, True Mother will be 85 years old, right? On 2027. So we cannot, really wait anymore. Actually, Heavenly Parent cannot wait any longer. So that's why this time we have to really accomplish our responsibility. Mother said, so only through this that the dream of Heavenly Parent, the dream of humanity can be substantially realized. Aju, that's why based on the fulfillment of our responsibilities. Mother said, you should substantially work together with True Mother, with your mind and body united as one. So you need to bear in mind that you are now at a crucial point in time. During this period, you should substantially work together with True Mother, with your mind and body united as one. Each of you needs to carry out your given responsibility, the responsibility of tribal messiahs to create the kingdom of heaven on earth, the world over which heaven will have 100% dominion. So that's why we are given the opportunity, to really work together substantially with our True Mother, with our mind and body united as one. That's why really striving continuously to fulfill our responsibility. Even though by distance we are far from True Mother, actually we are working together as one. And then when we are thinking sometimes, people who are very close to True Mother physically, they are really close to True Mother. But, even though we are far in distance physically with true parents, but when we are really striving, fulfilling our responsibility in complete unity with True Mother, actually that distance gap is being, bridged. That's why I remember True Parents said, who are closest to them, it's not those who are always living with them together, right? So even though we are far in distance, but we are really fulfilling True Mother's wish and desire, then we are close to True Parents. Aju, it's not about the distance. True Parents, we can feel them wherever they are, especially Father now, right? Even True Mother, even she's in Korea. Aju, that's why Mother said you need to bear in mind that you are now at a crucial point in time. So during this period, you should substantially work together with True Mother, with your mind and body united as one. So this is the most important thing now, right? So what is Mother's wish? What is True Parents' wish? What is Heavenly Parents' wish? Am I doing their wish? Am I accomplishing their dream? So this is, how can we evaluate how close we are to parents? Aju? So it's not about distance. Even we are kilometers away from true parents, but our mind, our heart, if it's united centering on the fulfillment of true parents' wish and desire, then we are close to true parents. Aju? So that's why each of you needs to carry out your given responsibility, the responsibility of tribal messiahs, to create the kingdom of heaven on earth, the world over, which heaven will have 100% dominion. That's why, as tribal messiah, we are also building kingdom of heaven on the tribal level, at least, on that. So if already many kingdom of heaven on the tribal level, then naturally it will going to expand to the bigger community. One province, one city, and then one region, then later on our nation will going to become kingdom of heaven. The whole world will become kingdom of heaven by fulfilling our responsibility, especially as tribal messiahs. So this is not just a title, as tribal messiah. Together with this is our responsibility to accomplish. We need to become Chonbo families and help others to become also Chonbo as well. Aju? Aju. Truly, really we can really feel our true parents and how to really substantially realize kingdom of heaven is very clear, very clear formula. Many people are talking about kingdom of heaven, but they don't know how to do it. Different religions and denominations, they always talks about kingdom of heaven, but how to do it? Only true parents have taught us the very clear formula how to realize kingdom of heaven, where it begins, right? Everything is very, very clear now. So we have just to teach people about this. So mother said, this is very interesting. Mother said, today's world currently lives to it. Mother said, to be strong, a nation needs many citizens. At this time, when a new era, Channel Book has begun, you blessed families need to fulfill your responsibilities that you pledge in front of heaven. The more citizens of Channel Book has, the closer we are to realizing heavenly parents' dream and true parents' dream. That dream is heaven on earth. If you are to live in heaven on earth, what do you imagine it will look like? Do you eat to live or live to eat? Today's world currently lives to eat. There are many different types of people, but they cannot think of the whole because they think and act according to their own selfish desire. So, sometimes we are asking people, what is the purpose of, our life? Are you living to eat or, you eat to live? So this question, mother is mentioning today, do you eat to live or you live to eat? If you live to eat, then the only purpose of your life is eating. Mother is saying this is what the world is currently, this is the current situation of the world now. People are only living to eat. So the purpose of their life is only eating. So this is the current situation now. People are trying to strive, find material things, make, they want to be rich and, have all these things. So what is the purpose of life? Right? So we eat in order to live, right? So we have bigger purpose. So this is, should we have to correct things, right? We need to correct this world. People are not living only to eat, right? But we are eating in order for us to live and accomplish our original purpose. Aju? So mother said that, to have a strong nation, we need a lot of citizens. We need a lot of Channel citizens to build the nation, right? So the more citizens of Channel Book has, the closer we are to realizing heavenly parents' dream and true parents' dream. That dream is heaven on earth. So we are, helping people, educating them so that they will not just live to eat, right? Our tribal messiah areas. If you will not bring some rice or something, they will not attend. They will not come and attend our gathering, our home group, if you don't have anything to give them. So we have to educate them that they are not only living to eat, but they need to eat to live. So we need to help them realize bigger purpose to fulfill the original purpose of life. Why we are living on earth. Aju, this is very important. So we need to transform them, make them citizens of Channel Book. And then one day their philosophy will going to start to change. Their way of life will start to change. Then they will going to now, fulfill the original purpose. And then when you ask them, they will answer, I eat to live, right? To fulfill certain purpose. God want what purpose me? What have given us, the purpose that God has given us. Aju, yeah, this is truly important. That's why education is truly important. President Tori also continuously emphasizing the importance of education. So Mother said we need to become one. So mind-body unity is important, and you and your neighbors need to unite. You need to live with one mind and one will. If you expand that kind of environment, it will become heaven where God can reside. So most important, more than anything, actually, is really unity. It's not that who is better. Am I better? I am better than this person. He has more knowledge than me. It's not about actually that, right? But it's how to unite, how to work together. Even one person he has all the knowledge and abilities, but if doesn't know how to unite, nothing will going to happen. Nothing will going to happen. That's why most important is unity, and then it all begins by unity of mind and body, with the unity of our mind and body, right? This is then when we have unity between mind and body, we can unite to our neighbor. You can unite with your spouse, your children, anybody, you can unite with them. So Mother said you need to live with one mind and one will. So if you expand that kind of environment, it will become heaven where God can reside. That's why unity is truly, truly important. It's not about who is better, who is, has more knowledge, who has more abilities. It's not about that, right? But how we unite and work together. Aju, that's why two heads is better than one. How much more, if everybody, thousands united, truly we can transform this nation, we can change the world. Aju, all members of Heavenly Parents Holy Community united really absolutely with True Mother, we can transform this world even before 2027. Aju? So Mother said, finally, we should build that kind of world. When you are filial toward Heavenly Parent and True Parents, not because anyone pressured you, but as an expression of your original mind, original nature, and when you first think of Heavenly Parent and True Parents, every time you have something, such as food, in front of you, heaven will remember this. In a place where only such people live, there cannot be any fighting. There is complete freedom. Even your body will naturally show how happy and free your spirit has become. How wonderful it would be if that world were to come. We should build that kind of world. So this is all our heart's desire, actually, all people. Not only us in Heavenly Parents Holy Community. When you ask some, actually they wanted to see this kind of world, right? In a place where only, where people, where there's no fighting, there's complete freedom, and then everybody is, loving each other, living for the sake of others, and then making Heavenly Parent the top priority of life, and then all True Parents. This kind of world we wanted to see. Not only us, but all people. This is the desire of all people. So this will not just happen. Just hoping, right? Many people, they are just hoping. They are not taking action. They are not doing something, right? So, but we have to build this. We need to make this happen, right? So Mother said here, even your body will naturally show how happy and free your spirit has become. How wonderful it would be if that world were to come. So everyone will be happy. Can you imagine sometimes when I'm trying to imagine what kind of world is that, the True Parents, especially when I'm reading about True Parents talking about the kingdom of heaven in their speeches, how beautiful this world is. How much we are longing to live in this kind of world. That's why this world will not just happen. We have to build this world. If we couldn't experience in the past and now, we have to really build this for the sake of our children, our second generation, third generation, the generations to come. Aju, so that's why we are builders. Actually, we have to work harder. We have to sacrifice more so that this world that all people are dreaming of, Heavenly Parent and True Parents are dreaming of, can be realized. So we are given all the opportunity to make it happen. Aju, that's why with our Heavenly Parent and True Parents, our regional president, guiding us continuously, we can truly, transform our nation and really make this a nation of joy, a nation of happiness, where all people can truly live, living for others, loving each other, and really, experiencing really kingdom of heaven and earth. Aju, and then the whole world will really experience kingdom of heaven on earth. Aju. So with this, let us offer again our gratitude to our heavenly parents and true parents. Really amazing guidance every day that our parents is sharing to us. Thank you very much, beloved brothers and sisters. May heavenly parents love and blessings be always upon you and your families. Thank you very much.
Wow, thank you so much. Uh, Thank you so much, Dr. Leo Angela T. Halog, for that very amazing and wonderful guidance po sa lahat po sa amin. Yeah, we learned a lot. Let's give a big round of applause once again for Sir Leo po. Our national leader mentioned regarding that we are all gems. All of us are precious in front of heavenly parents and true parents. And mentioning also the purpose of life na we're not just here para lang kumain. Lalaki tayo nun. But we have the greater purpose. When I was in high school, hindi to long reflection na. When I was in high school, I came to this question in my mind that, kasi ang lifestyle ko dati, pag walang pasok, is, punta sa dagat, mangisda, tapos balik sa isla, kain, tulog, umaga na naman. Everyday, ganun. I came to ask myself, ganun ba talaga buhay ko? Habang everyday, nakakasawa na. So, what if I what if I finish my study, or what if I become a doctor like this? And then I will go to work again and come back home, eat, and sleep, and go to work again. So, but I came to realize the purpose of life when I met the movement that doing the will of God is like this is really the purpose of our life. We are not only for living, but yun nga, hindi lang yung sinabi ni Sir Ray na not just to live, but we have the greater purpose, living for the sake of others. And yan yung lagi tumatak sa utak while meeting the Family Federation. So yes, thank you so much, Sir LA. Let's give a big round of applause once again and again. Yeah, we're very special. Okay, so of course, we want to hear a reflection from you po, some of you. Um, I will be. So it is my pleasure and privilege to welcome her. She is also now a lecturer, divine principal lecturer in UPday, and also working in education in the BFD. She is a BFD cluster leader and regional coordinator, yeah, of Region 10. Without further ado, actually maganda yung boses niya kasi sa mga anak niya maganda sa mga boses ng anak niya. So, pero hindi natin siya papakantahin ngayon. Mag-reflection lang muna siya. So, let's welcome Miss Salvia Omelio de Apera. Welcome po. Miss Salvia.
Thank you so much, Kuya Harwin, for that very introduction po. Thank you so much to our national leader and of course to our loving heavenly parents and parents. And yeah, reflecting on the sermon that is given to us today, which has something to do with the task that has to be fulfilled to accomplish the tuner goal. Yeah, it's true that there's too many to accomplish, and we have to make ourselves be aligned with it. But in this particular time, I would like to quote again the one of the phrases, that has been mentioned by our national leader, that this present time, our lives is poised to become life elements and treasures of the spiritual world, and give special qualifications ourselves. We have to make special qualifications and authority in in heaven, in the spiritual world, in the heaven and in earth, in for having our life here be live together with our true parents. So we should feel very lucky because we're living with our true parents, and that we should always treasure this moment. Like we should be able to grasp the urgency of time on how are we going to maximize our life while living. Yeah, it's true that we should not only live to eat. Yeah, meaning there's so many things that we have to do, and we are all called. I mean, we are given responsibility on this present time, not for the sake, just for the sake of, but yeah, to become really gyms in the future, and then just like being a gym in the future in this virtual world, become the life element in the future is not just a promise, but yeah, we can really be able to substantially do it when we ourselves now will like carefully do what we are asked to do, not be, as an obligation, but part of our voluntary action and manifestation on how are we going to uh, practically make um, the inspirations that the desires of heaven be embodied every day. So it is really an opportunity. I just recall when I was given opportunity to facilitate one of the activities that we have here in Mindanao. It was really, to me, it was a very great chance to really be part, because not yeah, everyone's portion of responsibility or responsibility, or how to say it, I stutter. Um, everyone's task, maybe every day, is equally important as that of the others who's given greater opportunity or responsibility. For example, those who are doing fundraising, just like our national leader is giving sermon, we could be just doing our thing. Maybe the menial things. We may be just cleaning up, something like that. But if we have to fulfill it gratefully and voluntarily with a cheerful heart, we can always contribute this one to the present time while living with our true friends, because our unity is really very important and ingredient, should I say, for us to really establish the Chino group, because we are all created uniquely and we cannot be like made the same, or it if we are made the same, we could no longer complement. And so each one of us is called to really fulfill and realize our respective responsibilities for us to be able to make this present time a treasure, a gem in the future. So it's really amazing, and it's really like adrenaline. It provides me adrenaline rush in me when this has been heard again. That yeah, we are not actually, when we have to recall our elders before, maybe they were just filled with so much inspiration, but at the present time, if they can seeing what happened today, I think they can really relate so much that yeah, this praise, again, I would like to read that this present lives is poised to become right elements and treasure of the spiritual world. I think it's no longer a promise to them because they can really see the fruition of their hard works before. I think, yeah, our elders here that's present in the Zoom, yeah, I know that they can really relate to it. Even if they did not go to the spiritual world yet, I'm very sure. Yeah, I remember, like, for example, because I had the chance to talk to one of our elders, recently, like Ati Dulce. Sorry, Ati Dulce. Yeah, I can really see when seeing their children and then the hard works that they had back then when they first meet the principal, I mean, yeah, the movement, and compared to this present time, I know that they can attest to themselves and the other elders, of course, how beautiful these words of our true friends. This is not a promise, but this is real. They themselves can attest to that. So, on the present time, I hope that young brothers and sisters really maximize their precious time. And it's important to take care of ourselves. We have to be healthy because God, we being the surface of heavenly parents, cannot really realize His dream without us. So I hope that all of us can always keep ourselves healthy, and yeah, we should know when uh, when do we need to eat. Yeah, but yeah, of course, but eating should not be our priority, but we should be able to eat in order to nourish our spiritual body, I mean our physical body, for us to go forward our spiritual responsibility. So I hope that yeah, all of us are inspired, and there are more to share. And I think that's all that I could share to this morning. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Ma'am Sylvia De Pera. Let's give a big round of applause po kay Ma'am Sylvia. We could hear also the heart of a mother from Ma'am Sylvia. Yeah, really. I was with her also during sa Mindanao Divine Principle lecture sa mga sa mga principles, and yeah, we could see how amazing the Divine Principle really the teaching of true parents. They even cry for the reflection. Okay, so thank you so much, Ma'am Sylvia. Next, the one that who will give his reflection is one of our educator, also in the BFB, but he's part of education department, and he's working silently actually. I really appreciate him working him. Yeah, and so without further ado, let us give a big round of applause for one of our amazing lecturer, professional lecturer of Divine Principle. Lagi kong hinahangaan. None other than Dr. Rahim Mershafi.
Morning, Heavenly Parents, true parents, and want to say my gratitude to Reverend Leo Haluk for today's presentation, and our MC, and all brothers and sisters that they gathered here. So I was thinking that how can I connect the today's True Mother's teaching to the current situation that are happening in the world. We are living in the real world, not a fantasy world actually. Many of us, we are living in the fantasy world actually. We think that the things are, everything will become, you know, in a good way, but actually we are in a real life situation. Because you see, today True Mother was talking about that accomplishing Vision 2020 is our first step. And True Mother is saying that, according to her words today, that my heart is becoming increasingly serious with each passing day. Why True Mother is actually, I'm thinking that why True Mother says that my heart become serious, more serious in every day that passing by. Because True Mother can see the future. You know, this is what I'm reflecting about. Why True Mother is saying like that? Why True Mother says that we need to fulfill, Blessed Families members has to fulfill their responsibility before 2020. Because True Mother knows that when we fail to fulfill our responsibility, indemnity comes. This is the principle of restoration. Because I believe that True Mother knew even ahead that indemnity is coming to the world if we members, Blessed Families, do not fulfill our responsibility. We see that coronavirus came. How 2 years we are all in difficult situation, right? In spiritually, externally, really difficult situation, everybody in the world. So this is the result of not fulfilling our responsibility. And then I want to connect actually today's True Mother's words again. You know, True Father in 2005, he said that, ladies and gentlemen, in UPF, I think the inauguration of UPF, ladies and gentlemen, I ask, this is in Cheongsongyang, it's good that we can read. I ask that you carefully analyze the current state of affairs in the world. Although the days of communism are gone, powerful nations such as China and Russia even now are constantly on the lookout for opportunities to pursue their own interest aggressively at the expense of small and powerless island nations. No small island nation by itself can deal with those powerful nations and their ambitions, which are economic, political, and even military. So I want to relate this, that when True Mother says talking about responsibility is not actually a joke. We are living a real life. You know, even the Ukrainian people, they never thought that this war would happen. They didn't imagine that this situation would happen. Suddenly, overnight, everything changed in their country. So I want to really reflect about what True Mother says, that why her heart is serious with each passing day. Because when we don't fulfill our responsibility, indemnity comes. And it's very serious. And so I want to, like, from my experience, that before 2020, that True Mother was saying that we have to fulfill our tribal Messiah and become Chombo couples. You know, me and my wife, we took it seriously. You know, as many blessed families, they took it seriously, really. And this is actually, I'm giving advice to not only the blessed families, to the single members also. Single members, if you remember Dr. Young, he was telling that even single members has to start to do their tribal Messiah from now, to become Chombo couples from now. And what is the secret? We need to, like what we did, write it, put it on the wall, that you can see it every day, that your goal would be clear. I want to fulfill my tribal Messiah mission and to become a Chombo couple. Every single member has to really do that and be clear about that, to fulfill that. Because when all fulfill their responsibilities, then the kingdom of heaven will come. And so let's imagine that if True Mother is not on the earth, what would have happened to us? True Mother is fixing our lack of responsibility always, filling the gap of not fulfilling our responsibility. Like, for example, this situation of the coronavirus. True Mother, by doing the online rallies of hope, she's filling the gap of we did not fulfill our responsibility. So True Mother has to go always in the difficult situation for that we don't do our best. So this is actually, the True Mother's words are really lively and related to our life, everyday life, real life situation. And let's also pray for our brothers and sisters in Ukraine. And this is our portion of responsibility also, because True Father says that there are two ways for unity of Cain and Abel. One is ideological, spiritual. We can do that. One is through the external military. So if we all together take it serious, every day we pray, like brothers and sisters in Europe and Middle East, they have a 40 days condition of prayer for settlement for helping spiritually the Ukrainian brothers and sisters, right? So we need to also do our responsibility. We take it serious because we are living in a connected world. Actually, we are living in a global village, that whenever there is a problem in one side of the world, that every part of the world will be in difficulty. It's like a human body. We are like a human body. There is pain in one part of our body, all the body will be in trouble and difficulty. So we need to really be serious, and let's pray for the situation of the world. Spend time, not, we sometimes say that our prayers are with you, but do we give time for that? Do we sit down and 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 7 minutes pray for that? Just by saying, I think it's not really helping, and we really need to fulfill our responsibility. We're talking about fulfilling our responsibility. What is our responsibility? To give time, to offer chunks on condition, and whatever steps that we can do during our day. Thank you very much, brothers and sisters, and wish you all the best in this day.
Thank you very much, Dr. Rahim Mershahi, for that very wonderful guidance also, especially for us, mga single, sa Chunbo. So, talking about Chunbo. So, the message was, Father talks about, your parents talks about already regarding home church a long time ago. And that what means Chunbo right now. So, and good thing is our families are doing it right now, especially Dr. Rahim, one of our Chunbo families. Thank you, sir. You are our model, sir. All the Chunbo families are our model. So, yun. Napapaisip na tuloy kami. But it's our first step. Anyway, thank you so much, Dr. Rahim. Let's give a big round of applause to Dr. Rahim. Okay, we would like to ask any one volunteer, if there's anybody from the audience. One volunteer for to give the I'm actually much already. Someone is asking. Thank you for asking po. Okay, ay wala pong mag-volunteer. Okay, wala po pa. Okay, so since we don't have a volunteer for another reflection, let's move on to our news and announcement. And I have something to announce, so I would like to share my PowerPoint. I will not be giving lecture, so I will just share and announce. Okay lang po. Dito ka sa akin yung announcement. Can I share my screen? Okay. Thank you so much. So for our news and announcement, first I would like to, from the education department, the education department is conducting right now, this coming March 16 to 22, a 7-day series Divine Principle virtual seminar with the theme Raising Young People of Filial Heart. This is equivalent to 3-day Divine Principle only, and this is via Zoom. The registration is 210, and to register you can scan the QR code here. And for more inquiries, just contact me and Miss Marvick through Gmail and Facebook Messenger. And also, the 7 days will start on March 16 to 22, 2022, from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. And another series is a 12-day series Divine Principle Virtual Seminar with the theme Raising Honors of Vision 2027. It will also start the same day and date, the 7 days, March 16, but it will end on 27. The time will begin 7 p.m. at 7 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. Okay, so you scan the QR code here to register. Thank you so much, and see you there po sa seminar. And I would like to welcome the headquarters if we have an announcement. Silence means wala. No announcement. Okay. So thank you so much, everyone, and let's proceed now to our closing prayer, the final part of our program. And I would like to welcome her. Mga lecturer yung nandito actually, Divine Principal Lecturer, and our cluster leader of Region 9 and 12, and the regional coordinator of Zampen. One of also the guidance counselor of the prestigious school. Yeah, I forget the name of the school. I knew that she is a guidance counselor. None other than for our closing prayer, Ma'am Teresita Umawa.
Good morning po. Please join me in prayer. Let us bow down our heads. Sarang Hasanan Hananim Mauchi. We would like to thank you so much once again, loving Heavenly Parent, for giving to us a chance, loving Father, to receive your precious words through our national leader. Father, we wanted to humble down ourselves. We wanted to feel that we are empty, loving Father, when we come to receive every morning your words. And that, Father, we could be guided and be educated at these present times. Father, it's a very precious words once again to remind us our great responsibility, especially, loving Father, at this present moment, that our loving true parents, our true mother, loving Father, show example, the right example, loving Father, for us to go on and move forward. For we believe every second, every minute of our lives is very precious, loving Father. So, Father in heaven, please guide us, loving Father, with all the words that we have received from our loving national leader, loving Father, always been preparing, investing his heart, loving Father, for each and everyone to be guided and be educated. Father, it's upon us, loving Father, how we could digest it and how we could also substantialize it in our own little simple ways, loving Father, starting from our minds, our hearts, and working out, Father, through our physical body. Father, we believe that everything is provided for us. That's the main reason why, loving Father, with this, as we move forward once again for this great day, loving Father, it's a blessing for us that we have a new life once again. We do pray, loving Father, that we could be more productive and more effective. In that, Father, we could also give comfort to our leaders, to our true parents, and to you, loving Heavenly Parent. So, Father in heaven, please speak to us. Please use us as your instrument. As we deal once again with our mission, our responsibility, starting within ourselves and within our family, and we go out to our community. We do pray that we could really become an influential people, loving Father, to really show the right example, the right heart, loving Father, to really stand before you and stand before our loving true parents. Father, once again, with a grateful heart, we would like to thank you so much, loving Father, for continuously guiding us, loving Father, even as this time of reaping, loving Father. We know we need more reapers. We need more people, Father, to work, loving Father, so that we could really collaborate, or we could really work together, Father, for the substantialization of your kingdom. This is our longingness, loving Father. As we go along, loving Father, we pray that you could guide and protect each and every one. Give us strength and even, Father, our good health, that we could, as our true mother always emphasized to us, that we need to be healthy, loving Father, to go on. Father, please protect also our leaders. And also, Father, please guide each and every one, loving Father, as we go along, that we could always be aligned to the principle. Thank you so much once again for this great opportunity, loving Heavenly Parent. Thank you, and we want to offer these prayers in our name, Alan and Sumawan Central Blessed Family. This we pray. Aju, Aju, and Aju.
Jew. Let us now offer our individual prayer. Ju. Thank you so much, everyone, and let us offer our morning greetings to our heavenly parents and true parents. Good morning, heavenly parents and true parents. Good morning,
Morning po.
everyone, leaders, brothers, and sisters, and have a great day. Have a wonderful day.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for
Good
joining.
morning.
Let's sing the unity song. Mas
Morning.
maganda.
Morning, Teacher Hussein.
Good morning, family.
Good morning.
Good morning. Enjoy your day. Have a great day. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Nice
Good
to
morning.
See you once
morning,
again.
Crystal.
Good
So,
morning kay Kuya Warren.
Okay
Pogi,
po.
pogi,
Salamat
oh.
everyone.
Friends.
Good
Hello
morning,
po.
everyone.
Kamusta?
Thank you very much.
Ipakita man na.
Morning, brothers and sisters.
Thank you
Have a
so
nice day to
much.
everyone.
Hi, Ate Flor. Morning, Ate Flor.
Morning, Ate Jocelyn.
Reverend Romel, good morning. Reverend Romel. Morning po. Have a nice day, everyone.
Hamsa Hamida.
Salamat MC. Talaga.
Thank you.
Bira lang ako, MC. Thank you so much, Ma'am Tere, Ma'am Sylvia, yung mga
Good morning, Ma'am Crystal. Beautiful Ma'am
Sir
Crystal.
Julius, Doc Gloria, thank you so much.
Thank you, Sir
Sir
Harry.
Ellen.
Thank you, Sir LA. Morning, Coach.
Good morning, Abigail.
Sir Rafi. Good morning po.
NLTV, good